Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Friday the 26th of August 2022. So bonds and stocks bid despite rate tornado ahead of the J-hole Powell. The financial conditions are now easier than when the Fed actually started tightening. Well, that's good, isn't it? So are they going to continue with raising rates? I don't know. We may find out today, but I would imagine that the market will interpret it as a positive thing, whatever he says anyway. US stocks gained ahead of the Jackson Hole meeting. US stocks were firmer with sentiment held by better than expected data and lower yield environment, while the dollar marginally softened despite a slew of hawkish Fed rhetoric as market await Fed Chair Powell's speech at the Jackson Hole Symposium later today at 3 p.m. Stocks and duration rally, but money markets anchored into Powell. Yeah, absolutely. They're waiting for him. He's going to be speaking at 3 p.m. Today. So that's going to be the main news event. The markets will have to make their own direction prior to this. We've got core PCE also beforehand as well, and a few other economic news items as well. But the main event is going to be Powell speaking. It may be a situation that it all comes to nothing. In the end, it's one of these where we've had a week of building up to something, and then, to be honest with you, it just comes out and says, well, actually, we expected that anyway. So who knows? Gold-silver ratio moving to the downside, as we can see there. Silver actually showing some strength, which is quite surprising given the backdrop of what's going on at the moment. Anyway, let's have a quick roundup of what the markets did during yesterday. So there's not a lot to report. The market waiting for Powell. And as you can see there, the market coming off that 89% retracement. It's oversold, so it's got everything lined up for a move to the upside, just as it did yesterday. Like I say, the one factor is going to be Powell. If he actually comes out and explicitly states that he's going to continue the tightening, then we will see the market move slightly lower. Or we could see it continue to move higher as confirmation that at some point he's going to pivot. He will do, but I don't think it's just yet. So that's the daily chart. You can see we're back above the 5 and the 20 bar moving average. Got a bit of resistance there at the 38% retracement. The 30-minute chart looks like this. We kicked off to the upside at 230, having moved lower in the futures market, down to the DP. We traded below it, and you can see there the market trading down to the 33,000 level. The market then retraced, sat on the DP, and then we moved all the way back to the upside. And overnight, you can see prices just starting to tail off slightly. We've got a new high to look at, 33,307 is the figure. And at the moment, we're making our way back down. If we do come down, watch the 50 and the 200 MA there as support levels. Could mark the market down before Powell speaks later. In the German DAX, similar picture, coming off the 89, back above the 5-bar moving average, but sideways on the overnight. Again, oversold to the downside with prices crossing as well, or stochastics crossing there. Again, indicating the potential for an up move. We go from the recent high to the recent low. Again, you'll see there the upside targets for the fib retracement should the market continue to move higher. Will they go into the last holiday weekend with prices moving to the upside? I suspect they will. If I got to be a gambling man, they're going to do whatever they can to try and bring this market back. For sure, keep everything on a, let's look at the last month where the market's moved high. We've got a bit of a pullback. We're oversold. We'll try and bring it back before we then continue the resumption to the downside. 30 minutes DAX yesterday. We started off in the pre-market session moving up strongly. We then pulled all the way back. Then we had an 89% retracement before having a 62% retracement to the 50-bar moving average and moving back all the way up from here down to here to 78.89. Overnight, the market is coming back towards the close. Again, watch the DP, the 50-bar moving average in this market as well. We're a long way off yesterday's low in this market, so it's important that we attack the high and try and stay above the high if we can get above it. as well. In the 5-minute chart, if I can find it, there we go. We can see the market kicking off yesterday morning there with the futures market moving to the upside. And then when we kicked in with the main market, cash market, we struggled. We came back, did a double top, and then we just made our way all the way back down. Some selling there with reports of Ukraine and Russia activity. This then was discounted. The market was brought back. It was retested before the Dow opened. Again, you can see that 89% retracement there, more or less 100%. And then also you'll note that the momentum was switching despite the fact that we're in a sideways move, and then we go straight back up before giving up those gains. But overnight the market has continued to move higher on the prospect that Powell isn't going to do anything about rates, or if he is, he's going to keep quiet on it just to keep the market to the upside. And results so far this week, let's just have a quick look. We've got 224.40, 2.28 and 70% win to loss. Like I say, I'm busy just finishing off a few outside projects at the moment. And from January the 19th, everything remains intact. We're at 54 to 46 and 219 there with 24.221. So still looking nice and moving in the right direction. Be back to full-time trading as soon as we get the volatility returning. We're on that summer vacation period, but that ends after this weekend. We've got the bank holiday, the last one before Christmas in the UK. I don't want to mention the C word, but that's what it is. It's the last one, so again, a lot of traders are likely to clear off early and enjoy the last bank holiday weekend. And in the S&P, again, similar thing, 89% retracement coming off this oversold market, showing a crossover above the 20 bar moving average. Upside targets for the S&P are here, as you can see there. And then in the 30 minutes, again, you can see in the pre-market futures, the electronic session, the market sideways after moving higher, pulls back, and then a bit of a slam to the downside, and then off we go back to the high. And that's what I was saying about this high as well. You can see how it gets used as a support to bounce the market off. So keep an eye on yesterday's high at 4201. At the moment the market is showing some weakness. Watch the DP area in the S&P and in the other markets too. The FTSE continues to show its strength, as you can see here. Although saying that, the market did sell off yesterday when it made its way up to. Let me just draw in the fib retracement levels there for you. We traded up to just under 78. Market found some resistance there and moved lower. 30-minute chart will show this. You can see they're moving up strongly in the first part of the session, and then trading in a sideways range until the Dow opened. We had some volume, serious volume coming in there. They get the retracement, and then we've moved back to the upside there. And at the moment, despite the Dow, the DAX, and the S&P moving lower, you can see that the FTSE is trying to bounce off the DP. We've got the price cap energy thing today as well, and I'm just staggered by how much strength this market's got compared to the other markets as well. We may not be in Europe, but we're attached to Europe, and with what's going on there, you think there'd be a bit more of a downside pressure, but and also the uncertainty of who the next leader is going to be and all the rest of it, and inflation at 18% and rates at going to 7%, and yet it holds. So there you go. That's the FTSE, the stronger of all of the stock markets that I look at. And into the currencies, the yen sideways, bars getting narrower, as you can see there. Waiting for Powell yesterday, choppy session, as you can see, very quiet day for the yen. Only about 50-point range. Overnight, the range is even less. Got a bit of resistance at the DP and the 200 MA at the moment. Watch yesterday's low, for support in this market, because it also, you can see how the market came off this area yesterday. In the pound, sideways to lower after yesterday's move to the upside, and just holding at the 5-bar moving average at the moment. And there you can see yesterday choppy as well. Again, everybody waiting for Powell's comments with regards to what is whether he's going to remain hawkish or switch to being dovish later today. And in the metals, anticipating what Powell is going to say, close above the 5-bar moving average for the silver market, upside targets that were drawn in yesterday. Market sideways, like I say, above the 5-bar moving average at the moment, but he's going to wait and see what Powell's got to say. Up yesterday and then straight back down to the DP once we got to the 1 p.m. fix. And overnight prices were starting to move higher, but you can see they're already being slammed back to the DP level there. Gold also showing a bit of strength there, and sideways overnight. Again, waiting for Powell. Nice move to the upside, and then slammed all the way back at the 1 p.m. fix. Double bottom, as you can see there. And the market just sideways at the moment, holding at that 1750 level, is it? 1750 level, yeah, at the moment. Dollar starting to make its way to the upside as it anticipates more hawkishness comments from Powell. And finally, crude oil still moving to the upside, all green there at the moment. Okay, that will do it for this one for this week. It's Bank Holiday Monday, so I'll see you on Tuesday. And we'll see what happens today at 3 p.m, the main event of the day and the week. As ever, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next one.